Okay, what's up, guys? This is Via with Via Talk, Conversation Without Limits. I'm so excited about my guest because I have known him for a very, very long time. He is an entrepreneur. He's been in the music industry. He's also an author. He's a husband, letting that be known right now.
Yeah, they're ring.
You're a father, right?
Yes.
Yes, he's a father. So we're going to talk a lot about basically, he's a DJ. So we're going to talk about the music industry, maybe some tips, some entrepreneur tips. And then I have another new co-host. Her name is Isabella, my Dominican queen. So anything you want to say?
Hello.
Okay, Karen. And we're drinking Via Guatemala coffee.
Yes, we are.
Of course. And we spiked it. So cheers. So
Cheers.
Just saying.
All right. So your bio on you. You're from Rhode Island. That's number one. But I saw something that people are really interested in. I'm going to get right to it because of what's happening. You work for Bad Boy. What was it like to work for Diddy?
I knew it. My first question.
Because I'm going to tell you how I'm connected to Diddy somehow too.
Got it.
Yeah, that's the first thing that I read too.
Yeah.
That was the first question you have for me too?
Yeah.
So how do you feel what's
Boy.
happening right now with the media, with everything? And you were a DJ with the Bad Boy record. So I'm sure you saw some things, honey.
You know what? It's crazy because I kind of figured as things progressed, and you see that came out with Cassie, that now if people know that I was affiliated with that label, I'm gonna get a lot of questions and people ask me about stories. And in full transparency, like I don't have stories. I really don't with him because I only met him 3 times. So so my connection to the label was more through Sean Prez, Ham Rock, and then my man Rich Dollars. So once me and Rich connected, it was a wrap. So I tell people very honestly, I was never a DJ for Diddy. I was a DJ for the record label.
For Bad Boy.
So a lot of events we did was like Bad Boy events, Bad Boy takeovers, Bad Boy this, Bad Boy that. But it wasn't
meeting Bad Boy artists.
Yeah. So right. So and Rich and I
were you breaking records and stuff?
Exactly.
Okay.
Breaking records.
For people who don't understand that term, breaking records mean if you're an artist and you got a new song, you want to make sure that you give it to a DJ, and especially someone like DJ Finesse who's been in the industry. I mean, it's always good to give it to a local DJ, but when you got a DJ like in him and his caliber, and let's just say he likes your hit and he breaks your record in New York or wherever you're doing events. So that's the lingo, breaking records. And so
I love her.
Yeah, Tina.
I don't have to say anything. I don't have to say anything. She gonna run it down. I love her. But you got it. That was really like, so for me it wasn't like I was only around him, like we did like a Black Rob like listening party.
Oh man, R.I.P.
Yeah, I know, R.I.P. Black Rob, right?
But that's what I'm
Daddy's
saying.
House.
Perfect example. You just see Diddy's trail of just like dismantle, even Black Rob. Like he died with nothing.
I know.
And it's like everybody's hushed, but even look at what happened with Shine. And thank God Shine's doing his own thing, because that's how you know you a true king. Like you can come up from anything and still make it. And now he's doing this political shit. You know what I mean? So big ups to Shine, but it's just like everybody in his like kind of path.
Right. Caught it.
Yeah.
And so maybe the blessing was that I wasn't. So for me, I saw it as it was an amazing opportunity to DJ for one of the most prolific,
Bad Boy
labels.
Records in 90s?
Right. In the history of music, right? That label and who came from that label. But for me, it was an opportunity to use that platform for what I wanted to get done. Right. So it wasn't just DJing for the label, but it was like you were branded, like you were DJing for Bad Boy. I got into so much things I probably would not have without that.
That's like going to Harvard University for music and hip hop.
Right.
Like Bad Boy Records.
Right. So like NBA All-Star weekends, like Super Bowl weekends, red carpets, like just things that I was able to do.
I know you saw some things All-Star weekend because I did.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, it might sound so like for a podcast like this that's like unfiltered, right? Like I was so focused on DJing. Like I didn't get into the funny stuff. Like we just didn't.
So you were always strictly about business.
I was like, yo, we're gonna get in, we're gonna rock out, and we're gonna get out. Let me
ask you this: is that because how you always had your shorty throughout your career, and you were committed, and you felt like being a married man helped you be grounded?
Yeah, I mean,
that's
beautiful. I gotta come home, right? Like I gotta come home.
Yeah, because if not, honey, and you laying with Latina.
Listen, I'm not perfect. Like no one's perfect, right? No one's perfect. I feel like I was there to do something, get paid. But I also had two managers who were from Boston actually, and we were tight about how we were going to maneuver, because we know like being in the industry, like you can get caught up in a lot of stuff. So like they were both from Boston, ironically, and we had a code word, and the code word was Boston.
Oh, so
like,
you wouldn't get to know shit.
Yeah, so if we was out there drinking whatever, and if things were getting crazy, we would go Boston.
Oh,
and that was like, no matter what you think you're doing, shut it down. We out.
So you always
Yes.
have everything clear what you want.
Exactly. So that way, I mean, we was doing parties in Vegas. Like we had like millions of jewelry on with no security. Like we was wilding.
Right.
Like dudes was like, yo, y'all are crazy,
man. You couldn't do that now with social media.
No.
They be looking at your location. They be like, word.
Yeah. And
they be like, let's ski
that.
mask him. You know what I'm saying?
We almost got in Vegas.
I went to All-Star Weekend. I remember because honey, I was always entrepreneurial. So me and the ladies was going down, and I would make the labels pay me to bring women down.
Hell yeah, why not?
And when I was in the strip clubs, and I'm not saying I was pimping. I'm just saying I was providing a service. Okay, to be clear,
I'm getting paid for the service. But I was good at getting paid for the service.
I would have Universal Records. Remember when they would do in Puerto Rico? They would do the music. All the DJs would come in. Tell me why Universal Records paid me, and I brought down like 20 chicks from the strip club and was like, let's go.
Yeah.
Nah, like I said, I wasn't, I was
orchestrating.
I was orchestrating.
It was like this.
This is not now.
I was just providing a service, okay, of, I would like to say ambiance. I was providing like beautiful women,
You have an agency.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Ooh, thank you, honey.
Yeah.
Thank you, had an agency. I didn't even know it, but yes. Okay. So my connection to Diddy, it's crazy. So a lot of people don't know this. One of my lawyers is Chris Brown, and it's fun, not like the singer Chris Brown, but he's a professor at Boston University. At Boston College, but he does intellectual property. He teaches it, and he does trademark and all that, and he has a lot of celebrity clients. Anyway, Kim Porter, Diddy's baby mother, was one of his clients. Now, she wanted to do business, and as many of you guys know, or if you don't know, but I also, my background is in fashion design and art before the coffee. So one of my brands is called Mom, Money Over Men. Yeah. Anyway, Kim Porter was like, hey, I'm looking to I want to do like a fashion. I want to do something. So Chris was my lawyer and was like, yo, I got this woman like in Boston. She's like such a she's such a great designer and artist, but she needs funding. So we meet over email, whatever. She flies me to LA, right? And she wants to meet with me. And it's crazy because I found out that she's half Liberian, right? Her birthday's at the same as my adopted mother, December 15th. But anyway, she tells me how she met Diddy, how she was a supermodel, and he took her right off the runway. And she said that one of the reasons she really wanted to do this was because she wanted to do something without him always monitoring her. And during our meetings, I would see him call her 25, 30 times.
Right?
Yeah, like psychotic. And she's like,
really?
You see this? And she'd be rolling her eyes, and she was like, I could tell how uneasy and unhappy she was. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, are we going to use the Sean John manufacturing? Because like it's easy right there. We can use that to manufacture. She's like, no, honey. She's like, I want to do everything on my own. So anyway, and it was crazy because we were starting, and she was like, I want to put it on Kylie Jenner, and I was like, oh my God, my dreams are coming true, right? I was like crying, right? Because she kept flying me out, and like she was just like, don't ever change, and like no shade to her, but the LA industry, there's a lot of partying. Yep. You know what I'm talking about, right? And I don't do none of that, right? Nope, and she was like, V, don't you ever change on my honey. You couldn't pay me $1 million to put anything on my nose. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing none of that. But anyway, it was so sad because we had all these like sketches and all the stuff I was providing. And when she passed away, Chris was so scared that Diddy was gonna find the business and try and he asked me, he was like, if Diddy finds the paperwork or whatever, do you want to partner up with him? And it was crazy because something already told me nah. It was so weird.
It's probably that energy. It was her energy.
Yeah.
Like you already knew.
Just the way I was seeing as a mother, and I was just like the way she's acting towards her own baby father and how and she told me, she was like, look, I can't spend enough. She goes, this is what I'm doing because I saved some money on the side. I'm trying to do things on my own. She's like, he watches all my moves. She's like, I can't spend the money without him. She's like, I can't do she's like, I'm a consultant at Sean John Kids because like, she's like, basically he pays me, and she's like, it's hard. She's like, I feel like I'm suffering suffocating. That was really sad.
That's crazy.
So when she passed away, I was like, damn. And my heart was broken for her almost because I felt like even though people looked at her, she was beautiful. She had a lot of money. And yeah, she was like Diddy's BM. I knew as my business partner
that she
wasn't happy and she was suffocating.
Because I mean, we only know the surface, right? You see what's on the surface, but you got to see what's behind the door.
I got to see what was really... So when those allegations came out, and I've been in the music industry too. I don't know if you know this, but I've been recording music for 20-something years.
I've been sleeping, y'all. Listen, but we woke now. We outside.
But it's a secret. One day DJ Finesse is gonna break my record.
Right.
It's a secret. The only one.
Yeah, you and she know some of my music too. Yeah. So,
no, but listen. So let me say this for the record. So first of all, thank you for having me.
Of course.
So this was supposed to happen before COVID.
Yes.
But I was on some shit. All right, I'll say it before you do. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to do this before and connect on something because I saw her on, I think it was IG or maybe even Facebook. Yeah. And here's this beautiful woman.
Oh, thank you.
And she's painting, but she's rocking the 90s. I'm like, oh, that's dope. And she's like, slow-mo, and she's rocking it. But for me as a DJ, so she's beautiful, like we can see that. But the 90s caught me. So I was like, we should do something together where you paint, I come DJ.
Yeah.
Right? And then we'll do that like social media thing and do an event. So here I was pitching an idea and then I dropped the ball.
So we've been waiting 3 years?
Yeah.
Over.
Oh,
for
it's
her
finally here.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. So look out for that. Wait, we're on camera.
Yes.
Are we going to do this in February?
Yeah, we're going to do it for Valentine's Day.
Oh, we're going to call it Love and Hip Hop, baby.
Love and Hip Hop.
Love and Hip Hop.
As long as we don't get sued, right?
No. So we got to call it Love and Hip Hop Painting.
Painting. There we go. We good. Yes.
Right in Valentine's Day.
Yes. And we are on camera saying that. I'm on camera. Locked it in.
Okay, so real quick, too. I see that you also wrote a book. It's called From Personal to Purpose. Finesse life's lessons and transforming them into your true calling. I have not read this book, but thank you for giving it to me. Oh,
absolutely.
You signed it for me. I love that.
And if I would have known, Isabel, I got you. When we get back to the hood.
I was about to.
Yeah.
It is my book.
Yeah. I don't want no problems.
Yeah. Wait, I'm going to just pick a page.
Pick a page. Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. Okay. Page 68.
Mm-hmm.
I realize now that no one plans to fail. We simply fail to plan.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. As people, we become accustomed to doing the same thing over and over. Yes. We do it without question and all too often without thought. Our days have become almost ritualistic with no variation. At the moment in this time, this was me. I called my wife and let her know what was happening, understanding we weren't driving a Beamer, Benz, or Bentley.
Oh, yeah.
It was a Nissan, sis.
I know where you're getting. Great friggin' page. You would pick that page. That's the repo story. Listen, everything that glitters ain't gold. Like, you got to go. The only way through is through.
I'm glad that you're saying that because social media, like sometimes I'd be trying to tell these chicks, like, man, I'd be having some of my friends, they'd be so thirsty. They'd be like, oh, this rapper DM me. And they'd be like, and I'm like, yo, like, first of all, I'm like, and they just be so like, I'm like, these people don't got no money. I go, if you look at Jay-Z, if you look at Nas, if you look at even Queen Latifah, you look at the greats, they didn't really make their money off music. They made their money off business.
Like, endorsements.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's why I be so mad when I'm like, yo, fuck Jada Kiss and fuck everybody else's coffee shit. Support my shit. I'm from around the way.
Come on, we doing it.
And I ain't mad at Jada Kiss and I ain't mad at Ghostface. But like, yo, just because they're rappers, like, get off their dick. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So maybe they need a female partner.
You know what's the problem? Those girls saw all those people with so many followers and they think like they have money.
Yeah.
Like they
think followers equal money. And that's not true.
And that's
it's
not
popularity.
True. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's a great page. Like, that was literally me, because I think people are afraid to be transparent, right? We never want to tell the truth, or we just want to kind of,
especially the music industry.
Yeah, like I can't, like, I don't front, man. Like, I think a lot of what I come through, being a college basketball player, like, that still is instilled in me as far as that dedication. Like, I didn't
know you played basketball.
Yeah,
what college?
Rhode Island College. So I was at.
Get
So
outta
yeah,
here.
there's a story there.
I
like,
mean, you could tell you got the build.
The physique. So there was, like, the Division I should have been there. 2 D2 offers end up at D3, but it all happens for a reason. Yeah. Because if the college career happens the way I want it to happen, I'm probably not sitting here with you in this capacity.
And you're
Like,
probably not
the
a bad
book
boy.
doesn't- Yeah,
and none
exactly.
of this happens.
It's like Cameron and Mace, right? Like that story. Like
How they came together.
Yeah,
I love them together too.
Yeah, like Cam was like, "Yo, Mace, like if you hit the shot, bro, like we don't rap, right? Like if we don't rap, like we off doing our careers and blah blah blah. We playing ball, we overseas, and then we retire. Like, yo, us missing that shot is how we went to hip hop.
Yeah.
Right.
So you are the DJ.
Yeah, so if
because the basketball didn't work out.
Yes, if I
Okay.
would have played Division 1, even the Division 2 offers.
Talk your talk shit. You saying that if you played Division 1, you would have been pro? Talk your shit.
No. Absolutely not. I'm saying, listen,
Probably, yeah.
that's a different level. I mean, I was good, but again, I put it in the book, like, if you would have asked me this like 30 years ago, like, could you have played Division 1? I really would have said yes. I think I had the skill set. But then if you think about it.
Yeah, but I think 30 years ago, I think that, first of all, dudes was not as tall. They was not as athletic.
No, but you know what it was? But I tell even students, it's like, it's not from the neck down, it's from the neck up. Like right from the neck up. Like you only know what you know. And I didn't know what it was like to play Division 1. Like I didn't know. Like right? We just played ball. We balled out. Like there was all of my family, we played basketball. Like my brother went to college, played basketball. I did it. My son did it. My nephew, my first cousin, McDonald's All-American. Like we come from basketball, but as far as like those that played Division 1 and what that took and the sacrifice, like I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you a real story because by the way, he's also the DJ now for the Providence College Friars.
PC Friars.
And again,
yes.
I'm gonna talk about how similar our worlds are, just so parallel. So for those that don't know, the father of my child played at Providence College,
it's crazy, right?
In Division 1, and I saw the things that but again, he was just God-given talent. Like it was so annoying.
Tall.
With 6'4",
6'4".
but he's African, he's Liberian, and I remember and mind you, him and Scooney are best friends.
Okay.
What they were, and Scooney would always be there with the ball, whatever summer hot days, and he'd just be eating his honey buns, right? But like a week before the season, all of a sudden you see the abs, true Africans, and I'm just like, I hate you, right?
Yeah, no,
just God-given, right? But again, like, just because he didn't have, father guidance or just his childhood tribulations in 2000, 8 Providence College players. I told you this story. They got indicted for assault and battery because they were fighting the hockey team. And again, it's mentality, right? Mm-hmm. So these men aren't coming from father figures. These men are coming from, like, the father of my child's from Brooklyn. One of their players' days was from like the Bronx or Queens. Like these dudes are from like, and another one was from Harlem. Like, so they're like, and then one of the white boys took the chain. It became a racial thing, and then they're fighting. So they're not looking mentality as it is a business even now today
1,000%.
With the whole nil and everything, right?
Yep.
So it's crazy. And because of that, he ended up getting kicked out and all that. But it's like, it was like he was blackballed from Division I colleges. And even though like he could have went pro, he definitely could have.
What year was that?
It was 2000.
That's
it was
what I'm saying.
It was everywhere. ESPN
That's
was
23
calling
years
me.
ago, right?
Yeah. It was insane.
Yeah.
And so I'm just saying, you're so right about the mentality. Like, I feel like, you can have all the talent in the world, but your mind is going to take you where you need to go. Mm-hmm. And if you don't and those two aren't coming together,
it's a wrap.
Honey, no.
Yeah. You won't get anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's funny because like that was me, like that whole, the part you brought up was like, yo, we went through, like we literally went through like foreclosure type stuff, like lost a car, like, which was crazy because.
And here you are DJing for Bad Boy.
Yeah. Yep. So like this was, but people
don't know because in the outside they're seeing the music videos.
And you think that you're getting.
They're seeing Diddy and fucking Mace with the silver suits.
And no, and here's what's crazy. So it's not even like, so it's financial literacy. Like I was doing well financially, right? I was doing well. But my wife at the time, she wanted to go back to school. So what I said was, well, you know what? I can't be like running around this country and out of the country when she wants to go to school. And our son at the time was young, right? So my daughter and my son are 10 years apart. So I'm like, and she was already out the house. But I'm like, yo, we can't be like, I can't run around. Like, it's not fair. And let her try to go to school.
Wow, so you sacrificed your career for her.
So I'm like, okay, I'll stay back, right? I won't DJ as much.
Yeah, most of the time it's the women who do that.
Yeah, so now she goes to school. Yeah. Now she's not making as much money, right? Because she's now going to school full time. I'm not making as much money.
Because you're not DJing.
Because I'm not DJing as much. And then even the job that I had 9 to 5, I wasn't paying a lot of money. So it's funny, like I was I was on the couch at home and she was working overnight. I started hearing like this beeping noise, right? You know that when the truck backs up, when the truck backs up.
The repo in your car?
Stop it.
Dog it.
Listen, I'm on the couch. I'm like,
bad boy for life, baby.
Listen,
bad boy, we gotta talk about these checks, honey.
Listen.
Come on. My man need
They was coming.
What's it? Restitution?
Right, restitution.
He been through
reparations.
some shit. He been some shit with y'all.
We need it all.
You know, Nas started that thing for hip hop. Pioneers. He started so they have health insurance. And they
should have been. It should be.
Yo, Nas is a genius.
Absolutely. Listen,
shout out to Nas.
Think about how much. So literally, I watched the truck back up into my driveway and repo the car.
Oh,
like I said in the book, like, yo, we wasn't driving the Beamer. Like, we wasn't driving the Benz. It was the
Nissan? Son?
Stop playing, y'all. It was a Nissan
Kia?
Sentra.
Oh, okay.
It's a Sentra.
Oh, my.
So when you can't afford, listen, she like drinks up. Listen.
She said, oh, my.
So listen, my wife's car was a Nissan Sentra. And so I'm like, yo, have things gotten this bad? And I was like, yo, like you have got to step up and do something different. So at that point, it was like, okay, the mindset shifted. But again, I was comfortable,
honestly,
right? I was like,
congratulations for, just you even being here and being so honest, because there's so many artists right now that have been hitting me up that want to be on the show, and I see so many local artists, and this is another thing too. Like, there's other things you can be besides in the entertainment industry as a person of color, but everyone sees the fast money, or everyone sees how Cardi was in the strip club and now she's a rapper, right? But you don't understand. Like, everyone thinks that it's more than what it really is, and a lot of it is just smoke and mirrors and illusions. And here you have somebody who was employed by, Bad Boy, was in the height of the 90s, right? And then here you're talking about your Nissan was getting fucking your shit was getting repo, son. Like, damn, dog. Why?
Yo, listen, the driver was so cool. He was like, my man, I'm just doing it. Like, I'm like, yo, my man. He's like,
that's crazy.
Man, bro, he's like, look, I just was told to come to this address, man, and get the car.
So how old were you at this time?
That was, I'm 54, right? That was 38?
Yeah.
It wasn't long ago.
Wow.
And I didn't have my degree, so I'm like, you know what, man? That shifted everything. I'm like, you know what? I'm going back to college. I'm getting my damn degree. It's
what did you major in?
Criminal justice.
Okay, so, you're not working as much. So at what point you changed that shift in your mind? But obviously you're still a DJ now. So, like, did it make you be like, yo, at what point did you pivot and say, look in the mirror and be like, I'm a fucking brand, bitch? Like, period.
Yeah, I think it was that moment, because I felt like I was letting my family down. I wasn't doing enough. And not just a male, right? Like that's like male. That's like male ego system. Like ego. Like the woman can't earn more. Like I'm not that kind of guy, right? So I'm not like, okay, my wife has to go slave at a job, but I mean, my wife's talented. Like, she's a nurse. Like, she gets it popping. But I felt like as a male, it was my job to like step up. And actually, if I'm keeping it in stack, my wife was like, yo,
get your shit together. Yeah, because sometimes too.
And that's she my bet. Like, she can.
But you know what?
Like,
but
what we doing right now?
Power to women, because sometimes you men, your ego be so fragile that y'all don't want to hear when your lady's like, "Yo, get the fuck up and snap out of it," because you think somehow your ego is so fragile that she's emasculating you. But sometimes the closest person is got to check you, because sometimes love isn't always, "Oh, baby, I will rub your back and baby be okay." By the way, that's a drop from Method Man. Anyway.
Let's go, man.
But anyway, sometimes love means someone in your face and telling you, get your shit together.
That was her.
And that's real love.
She was like, look.
So your wife's your rock. I love that. Yo, salute to the wives.
Yes.
And salute to the wives.
So,
she's dope, man.
I have a question.
Yes.
What has been your biggest challenge?
In life?
In life, and
or
also
music, or
in the music.
So I think in life, my biggest challenge was 2017. I was diagnosed with C. I don't say the word.
Oh.
So not COVID.
Cancer.
Okay.
Yeah, you can say it. It's fine. I have no problem. I won't say it. Like, your name is like Sylvia.
Yeah.
I love you. My sister, Isabella, I love you. I'm going to call you by your name. That name
That's real though.
Has
Universal law.
Yes, has
You don't
like
wanna
done
put-
so
you
much
don't-
damage.
You don't want to put power into it.
Yep.
Exactly. So I'm not going to speak his name.
Good for you.
So I call it C. So being diagnosed in
Wait,
2007.
what kind of C?
So squamous cell carcinoma.
What the
Oh,
hell is
yeah.
this
Okay.
shit?
Yes.
You know?
So and I listen and I talk about it and I went on social media. So it came from HPV. Now again, I don't know when I had HPV. I have no idea.
HPV isn't.
Yes.
Wait, isn't that an? Is that an? What is
They,
that?
so it's the human
Papilloma.
Right.
Yo,
They
men can get that.
Yes, they
Yeah.
say 90% of people have HPV, but they're able to pass it very easily through their immune system. They're saying that in men, if men have it and you don't pass it, it could just lay dormant for who knows how long. I had to go to Boston. And then I'm like, Doc, when? He's like, don't rack your brain. You could have had it at 18. And it
Yeah.
just lay dormant. And then we're finding that men in their 40s, it starts to, whatever trigger, and it causes cancerous cells in the throat. So I found this
At least we know you eat cat.
Be nice.
She was like,
Wait, because what's his name? The famous who was married to Catherine Zeta-Jones. He got.
he had the same thing?
Wait, what's his name?
Kurt Douglas.
Kurt Douglas.
Oh, Kurt.
Douglas. He said he got cancer.
He had the same thing?
And he was like, I eat pussy.
Is that what he said?
It's very good. And yo, Catherine was like, I ain't leaving my husband.
Right.
No wonder why, bitch.
Legs open, she was chilling. I'm just saying. Okay, drinks up, goddammit.
Salud.
Why did you tell me this?
We deserve
I'm keeping it stacked. Listen.
You don't understand my mind. Woo, it goes real
So
dark.
but I had to go to like real talk. Like I had to go to like it was what they were saying
He
to
said
me.
right here in my throat.
Yeah, right. It was in the base of my like right here. It was crazy. It was a lump right here, and they didn't know what it was in Rhode Island.
Now wait. Before that,
Yeah.
did you? Was like your throat itchy? Were you
No,
like, oh, were you
nothing.
like,
It was
you didn't
just
feel
a lump,
nothing?
right?
Just a lump, like no
Okay.
no sickness, no nothing. Like I just felt
Just
like,
no lump out
Yeah.
there.
Did
So-
you feel tired?
No, it's just so I went to my doctor. I'm like, Doc, what's this? He's like, just could be lymph nodes.
Stop it.
Keep an eye. Just maybe your lymph nodes are
I
swollen.
hope you
I'm like,
sued that
all right.
motherfucker.
So I go back like
Shit.
30, it was like 30 days later. It was like a golf ball.
If not, honey, we're suing you, and I'm on a
Yeah.
percentage because I said it.
Yeah. So
It's
I'm
been
like,
so long, so we
so
cannot do this.
and here's what's crazy, right? So I don't speak about religion. I don't like.
Yeah.
I have a relationship with God. Like that's my relationship.
Period.
Like everyone is different. So I talk about it in the book how I felt like God showed up for me in that moment because in Rhode Island Hospital, I had a biopsy that took 7 days for them to figure out that they didn't know what it was.
What the hell?
So 7 days, right? So I get a biopsy.
Rhode
we
Island,
don't know
you
what
suck.
it is.
Sidebar.
Yeah. So I mean, I get it, right?
Yeah.
And I go back to the doctor. He's like, okay, the plan is we're gonna cut through your neck. We're gonna cut into your neck. We're gonna grab the mass, as much of it as we can. We're gonna biopsy it. And I tell people like, okay, this is when God spoke to me, and it wasn't like some crazy like I didn't hear a sound. It wasn't like God's voice. It was just like I felt like God gave me the courage to ask this man an honest question.
Wow.
And I was
Like,
like,
was it something like you would have never asked normally, but it was like something overpowering you?
yeah,
like,
it
I
was
gotta get this done.
it was like ask this dude this question. Like G was like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not cutting through. Like ask this dude this specific question. And I said, Doc, let me ask you a question. I said, would you cut through your throat?
Oh shit.
Or would you go to Boston? And then I felt like God gave him the humility to say, nah, I wouldn't cut through my throat.
Speaking of throats,
Go to Boston.
y'all gotta watch on Netflix Bad Surgeon.
Oh, I just seen the advertisement for that.
Yeah, it's Bad Surgeon, where he was this world-renowned surgeon that he was talking about how he through stem cell could put in a through your trachea. Ooh,
Oh.
I am getting medical on you bitches, honey. I learned. Okay. Anyway, and somehow the stem cell was able to, but it really he was just making plastic mold pipes. And anyway, he was saying that he did animal trials, but he never did. And anyway, bottom line is he was using humans.
Oh,
And yeah, anyway, he ended
I
up.
just saw the advertisement
Yo,
yesterday.
you gotta watch it. Well, especially because of what you went through, because
Yeah.
it'll make you feel more comfortable about your male intuition, your connection with God and the
Yeah.
universe, and just hearing yourself out and being like, no, I need, because these other people didn't have that type of like intuition, or I don't know, they just like entrusted themselves in these doctors, and then you're in the medical industry.
Yeah.
I feel like us humans, sometimes we put so much emphasis or so much of our life in these doctors.
Trust. Yeah.
Because
without asking questions.
We're like, yo, you got a PhD, so somehow, but it's like and that's another thing is that you got to really be in tune with your body.
Have to.
Mind, body, and soul. You know, like, for instance, like, for me, I know, like, especially when I'm, a lot of women too, but when I'm getting ready to get my menstrual cycle, like, I know what I need iron. My body is telling me, or all the time, like my body, I listen to my body like, oh, I need to eat this. But I feel like because people sometimes are blocking themselves with such bad food or bad habits or just not going to that they're not in tune. They're not aligned.
Yeah, you're not listening.
You're not listening. So and you're not even feeling the signs. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. Now that I'm working at the hospital, I know for a fact that at least 50% of the person don't listen to their body. Like, they go in there for so stupid things like you don't have to. Like, but because they like so scared about any disease or being sick so bad, they just show up at the hospital like with the minimum things. And that's the problem with people right now. But
it's media too that has made people scared because media wants to make you scared, so you go get them vaccines or you go do this or you get surgery. Because remember, they're gonna make more money if you keep getting more surgeries, if you keep getting more sick, and da 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 da.
Did y'all get the vaccine?
Hell no.
I did.
Nope. I did too.
Honey.
Do I know why?
Why?
So they said, right, that people were saying, oh, you know, look, you know, if you don't get the vaccine, everyone's gonna perish or whatever it is. So I was like, holy shit. So
I didn't believe that shit. That shit was fucking a joke to me.
Listen. I held out. My son and I were the last ones in the family. I'm like, I'm not getting that shit. I'm not doing that. But I said, huh. So let me get this straight. So if my whole family got the vaccine, and if they're right, I'm gonna be the only one here.
We're gonna be
together. I'm the only one here? I'm like, fuck it, I'm going out with y'all. Like, yo, if you're going, we going together. Like, yo, shoot me up.
Let me tell you.
The only reason why I get the vaccine.
Can we swear in here?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
The only reason.
I wasn't sure.
We want here.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
We get that shit done. Okay.
Listen, the only reason why I get the vaccine is because I want to go to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Honey,
you didn't get a fake card like I did.
And
I don't give a fizz.
Did you?
But then I realized I was in school also.
I wonder what I do with my fake card now.
Yeah, the school requiring me also the vaccine. I was like, okay, let me just do it. And unfortunately for me,
have you been to Puerto?
One of my teachers put me to do an investigation about COVID vaccine, and I'm ending saying like this is shit because because what the components of the vaccine are like literally stupid things.
Nah, it's trash.
Let me tell you the realest story. So how I started the coffee company. My daughter found my biological family. I think during COVID, right? Yep. So. You know, and that's another thing that just makes me so mad because the amount of money I had to spend just to travel to Guatemala, I had to get these $200 for the what is it
for
the
visa?
For the proof for the vaccine.
Meaning that I don't have COVID. The test $200 like just to travel.
Right.
Yeah, that shit was such a moneymaker. But my point is so I went and reunited with my uncle first, my biological uncle in LA. And they're fashion designers and my cousins. So we went to the fashion district and this like homeless dude rolls up on my uncle, right? And I'm like, now mind you, the fashion district where all the garments are is literally next to Skid Row, okay?
In Guatemala?
No, in LA. In LA, right? So I first go to LA first before I go to Guatemala.
Gotcha, my bad.
So anyway, my Uncle Edwin, he's like talking to homie. He's like, oh, hey, that my amigo gives him money, right? And he's like, this is my niece. We just reconnected. I'm like, Uncle, you know him? He's like, oh, yeah, that's my boy. And I'm like, okay. But I'm looking around Skid Row, right? And this is during COVID, right? When they had shut everything down. I said, these motherfuckers is dirty. They don't shower. They don't nothing. Yeah. And they're just out here popping, living, right? Yeah. So, like, I swear to God, that's when I said to myself, nah, yo, this shit ain't real. Because if the whole thing was we need to wash our hands and how come they're not dying? And then I'm like, don't let crack be the solution. Don't let crack. I was like, these motherfuckers is not dying.
Not only that, and I still don't have COVID. ever. I never get COVID before.
I got it once. Didn't even know it. That was like 6 months ago.
But had I seen them in tape and in body bags, I would have been like,
different. Yeah.
Oh. But so I told him, I said, amigo. He was like, oh, I was like, he's like, you got some money for me, like dead ass. So I was like, if I see you here next year alive, because I
got you.
I got you. Sure enough, me and my uncle go. He's like, "What up, girl?" I was like, "Shit,
give me my money."
Yeah. Did you remember?
Yes.
Damn straight he did.
My uncle always talks to him, and he was like, "Oh my God, your niece is here," and I'm sitting here like,
this
"What the fuck?"
Still here,
and they're all just so. And think about this, like I didn't see nobody on in Mass Ave, in Boston. These motherfuckers weren't dying either, and it looks like what's that shit? Dead Men Walking down there. It's just like Skid Row. So if they're not dying, don't tell me because I didn't use hand sanitizer. I'm like,
right?
You got me so fucked up.
I held off for a minute. I literally got it like 7 months ago, and didn't even know. I had it like my stuff. I'm like, I have stuffy nose. I'm like, oh shit. This could be COVID. It could be COVID. I don't know. Like, there's no colds anymore. I feel like you can't catch a cold anymore.
This is crazy.
It's gotta be COVID.
Let me tell you, every day when I'm going to my work, every day we have somebody with COVID. And I'm like, what the fuck? Everybody's getting sick, not me. I want to go home for 5 days.
You should just say it.
But that's not me. Not anymore, though.
Yeah, we're still doing it. We don't get paid. We don't get paid.
That sucks.
I thought they said if you have,
we do get paid.
You ain't even gonna go home anymore.
Let me ask you this though. So you recovered from cancer, right?
Yep.
Tell us that journey. What's the C word, I should say. So, because I want to respect what you say.
So good.
So, what was your process, your rehabilitation, and now what's your diet like, and what's your health like? So, at first you did that, and now are you more like, yo, I gotta really take care, because you look really great in shape.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I think it's the mindset, right? So, and I put this in the book, like in 2015, 2 years prior, I started like really getting into like personal development, like reading certain books, like, Jim Rohn, Les Brown, like just really starting to get into like, How to Win Friends, Influence People, just certain books that just really,
I'm reading that book now.
Oh my God, I read it 3 times.
Yeah.
So, and I really believe that had I not been working on me.
Still not winning friends though. I'm a specialty. You like me or you not.
Listen, second time around is when the switch happens.
Okay.
But I really feel like, it's so deep. It's so much more than just the surface, because I was looking for a story, right? And I had heard a bunch of times like, yo, write a book. And I'm like, nah, like I don't want to write about finesse. Like that's not the story. Like I'm like, that's not the story. I get it. Like I get it. But I'm thinking to myself, like, that's not impactful to me. Like that's not the impact I want to leave. And so when I was diagnosed, I'm like, okay, now you have a story, right? Now you have a story. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go on social media. I'm not gonna hide, right? I'm feeling like, okay, I'm ready for this. Like God chose me to go through this, man, and give people some hope. So I can't run. I'm gonna share it. I started going on social media and just posting like pictures of like me in the hospital, like getting chemo, my neck, 3rd-degree burns. Like I was just posting stuff.
Oh, and we didn't get back to that. So you never got your throat cut.
What
was it?
Because he came
to
Boston.
Yeah, went to Boston.
So what was it that they did?
So what took 7 days in Rhode Island to be inconclusive, it took 30 minutes in Boston.
So no offense, Rhode Island, which let me tell you my theory on Rhode Island. I think it's a trash state, and we should just cut it. Half of it should go to Connecticut, and half of it should go to
she's killing us, Isabella. Oh my God,
it's so trash.
Yeah,
listen,
I don't want to go to Connecticut.
It's this little it's this little tiny thing, right? And like it's so fucking poor. Right? You guys are like the worst, and one of the worst in the United States. It's like very crooked.
Look at me and Isabella like...
It's trash.
We're about to shut this damn podcast
Literally,
down.
you could drive through the whole thing for like
45
an hour.
minutes you can. You really can. 45 minutes.
No, what is the point of this state? It sucks.
The Friars. Come on now.
Yeah.
Nah. Just have another Boston team.
So I'm born and raised, right? In I bleed Rhode Island.
Rhode Island's trash.
And look, I think I've been blessed, right? So to your point.
But I love Rhode Island. Get me wrong.
No, I love.
Food.
Listen, I love.
No, I love Rhode Island. I love the people. I just think the whole state in itself and the government, it's stupid.
Oh yeah,
Cut it in half. It's dumb.
Yeah.
Just it's a waste of my tax money to be helping people in Rhode Island because there's federal and there's state.
Yeah.
Like I'm giving a percentage to fucking bummy ass Rhode Island.
I think that there could be like systemic changes in not just Rhode Island, but just like the government.
The government in general.
In general. Like there's just things that just don't make sense, right?
So Boston, you go there.
So I go to Boston and they say I can do my treatment in Rhode Island, in the trash state, as you call it, right?
Honey, we got the vodka, so don't judge. Yeah.
We up in?
We got more.
So keep going. Yeah.
So it was chemo, radiation.
Ooh.
I wasn't gonna do it. I truly had no intention. Damn.
Okay, I have to go
see
home
the pour?
tonight.
Did you see the pour? P-O-O-R. Did you see? Oh my God. P-O-U-R.
Keep going.
All right. So I come to.
We're not greedy here. We share.
God damn! I gotta drive home.
Just drink some water.
Me too.
Okay, Isabel,
By the way, guys, don't drink and drive.
Unless it's with vehicle.
Hopefully,
don't get me sued.
Hopefully, who'll give me the ticket the other day. Don't say this.
So it was 35. It was 35 radiation treatments, and it was supposed to be 7 chemo treatments.
God bless you.
So it was literally Monday through Friday, for obviously 7 weeks for the radiation, and then every Monday was chemo. So I would go to Miriam Hospital, chemo, leave there. Go to another spot to get the radiation on Monday.
Oh my God.
And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was radiation. Saturday, Sunday off.
And you did this by yourself or with your wife?
Here's what's crazy. She came to the first 2. So in my mind, again, working on me was mindset. I was like, yo, I can't let this shit change my lifestyle. I'm like, I'm not gonna let it. Yo, I'm like, there's no way. I told her, I'm like, look, do you. I'm driving every friggin' appointment. I'm driving to every appointment. Go do you. I'm driving to. I'm driving back. That's it. I'm not changing anything. And I did it. I drove to every appointment on my own, pulled up, radiation, came back, whatever. I'm got with turmeric. I'm doing what I had to do.
So you're not getting sick?
I did, though. I did. But just, you know what it was? But it truly, so when people ask me, okay, look, I'm going through it. Like, what's your suggestion? I'm like, look, like it's the mind. It's mind over matter.
Wait. Let's circle back though.
Yeah.
Back to basketball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's the mind.
It's the mind. So, it's from the neck up. We said that, right?
That's
not from
what
the
I
neck
said.
down.
Yeah,
the neck up.
It's mind. And it's crazy you say that because even in clinical trials, sometimes they give people what is it called? The fake pills.
Oh yeah.
What's it called though?
That's the
So it starts with a I forgot the name of it, but they make people think they're giving them a medicine, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, I feel so much better," right? Because it's the mind, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but
that's true.
But back to in a deeper level, what he said, the mind and him going there. On a spiritual level, we're going to talk about just positive affirmations he was having. He was talking about like just thinking positive. Some people get a diagnosis not just with C, but it could be diabetes. It could be anything. They're like, oh my God,
I feel like you're dying.
And real talk, like I got diagnosed with lupus, right? I never talk about it really. This is my first time really kind of like I'll say it here and there.
Right now?
Yeah, I have it.
I'm saying like this podcast, like this episode is the first time.
It's the first time, right? And so I don't really ever really talk because I don't want no one to feel bad about for me. She knows, but
you have to tell. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you have to give people hope.
So this is what happened. Once I found that shit out, I tested positive for it. I just started reading. I'm like, okay, cheese. This is why we have almond milk, cow's milk. I was like, okay.
All the dairy.
And no offense to my adopted, parents, they're white, but they're very into cheeses and like, and obviously too, I'm not from this country.
Charcuterie boards.
So I'm eating a diet that's not even for my DNA.
Right.
So I went and got pineapples and mangoes, things that I grew up in my culture because I really wasn't even eating that like that.
Yeah.
And I think too, people of color, hence why a lot of people of color get diabetes or cancers. We're in the Northeast environment.
We're consuming.
We're not eating our foods. Pineapples, mangoes, papaya, bananas, all of these things that we're meant to eat because we're people from the sun. Right. And we're not we're fucking
that melanin,
fucking apple.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? We need pineapple.
Apple a day, no.
Because we're hot tropical people.
Right.
You're African people, So once I really started changing that, and not only that, I said, okay, no. And then And even my days when I couldn't get out of my bed, I was crying as I was in so much pain sometimes, I would force myself just to go for a walk or force myself to go to the gym. So that's why people see me. I go so hard in the gym because I feel like I never, and then once I got that quote diagnosis, I was like, nah, yo, I'm cool on that. Like, I'm not even gonna think about it. Like you said, I don't even really talk about it, right? So then number 2 is, I remember things started getting really bad for me, and I went into a doctor, and they wanted to give me... So
bad physically?
I was feeling really bad, and they wanted to give me
Steroids.
The malaria pill, right?
Oh,
because they
Christ.
said that it helps, my lupus wouldn't get any worse, so it would keep it as is. But they're like, well, this is like a test trial, right? I said, you mean to tell me this isn't going to cure it? This is just something you're testing on me? And they were like, yeah. And I said, well, okay, no. As soon as they said that, I was like, I'm good. And I walked out, and from then on... The food, everything... I really, like, I'm having a drink here, but me drinking, I cut that to a lot. You know that, like, whatever. So bottom line is, though, mind really changed. My mindset, working out. I've always been an athlete, working out the gym, but really food and diet, and not really talking about giving the word. I don't be like, oh my God, I have lupus. I don't really even talk about it. It's not, and like you said, yeah, it might be inspiration to other, but my mind frame is like, nah. So anyway, bottom line is, I haven't tested positive for it in 7 years now.
That's what's up.
But I still get, like, I have like the butterfly rash. You'll still see like a red here. You see it a lot. Or I'm not gonna lie, like my joints, or wintertime, I'd be like, honey, that shit is like not the vibe for me. I really feel it. So even though I don't test positive, I still feel some of the effects from it. You know what I mean? And I honestly think too, because I didn't get no vaccines in Guatemala, I think too, like, I came to this country and them motherfuckers was shooting me up with everything.
All kinds of shit. I heard it from so many people.
Yeah.
They were so much more healthy in their own country.
Yes.
They came in and got sick.
And in my country, in Guatemala, you know this because you watch my videos and whatever.
Yep.
You see the Mayans coming down with baskets on their head, the vegetables and the fruit. You still see the dirt.
Right.
It's coming from the volcanoes, from the, you know, even my coffee is from the volcano. So to me, I'm like, why are y'all buying Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts? Like my coffee is from the earth. You know what I'm saying? The minerals and stuff. So yeah, like, salute to you, honestly. So if anyone is not getting anything out of this, what he said, and just even this, him writing this book to inspire, but just positive mind frame takes you so far in life.
Truly, it's crazy because I say this all the time. So you're in the gym, right?
Yeah.
You look great. Isabella, you look great. You're in the gym.
Thank you.
And when I say to even young people, I'm like, you know what? We go to the gym, right? Working out triceps, biceps, right? Glutes, all this. I'm like, but who works on this?
Right.
Who works this muscle out? So for me, I had to work this muscle out. Like, this was more important than anything else. Because this is the muscle that determines everything.
Yep.
This muscle will determine if I even go to the gym.
Right.
I can talk myself out of the gym.
And this one never.
The heart and the brain.
Right. So for me, little
That's the truth. She said the brain and the heart don't agree.
Don't agree ever.
No, they
right. Because you
don't.
know what's right in the house. Like, we ain't listening to that.
Right.
Go handle your business, right? We in love over here.
Yeah.
But I really felt like I truly, and it's going to sound crazy. Like, I'm like, yo, like, it's going to sound crazy. But when I was diagnosed, I was like,
you felt like you were chosen.
this ain't about me.
No, it's not.
This is not about me. And how do I go through this and show people that you can get through it, that you can persevere when shit hits the fan? Like, yo, we can move. And so my whole goal was, how do I inspire people to never ever give up? And it's not just about being, not but whether it be business, right, in your health, in your relationship, because I think we're a society that just gives up quick. Right, when shit's the fan, we out. Right, with cancel culture.
Yeah.
Like, we cancel people, cancel friendships. I'm gonna defriend you. Like, no one wants to push through.
Right.
And so I said the only way through is through. So for me, it was like, okay, how do I use this as a tool to truly inspire people to push through? And so that's why I wanted to share it, right, on social media, because I mean, how else was I going to do it? So that was my goal.
And salute to you for doing that, because it's like, even just being vulnerable as a man, you're this athletic looking man and you're this DJ, for Bad Boy and whatever. And now you're like, and that's just also too, like, bitch, be humble.
Yeah, that don't even matter.
It don't matter who you are.
That don't even matter.
I mean, Steve Jobs, and you know what I'm saying? He died with how many, like, something $1 billion?
Right.
Like, and at the end, he said, like, it doesn't matter how much money you have.
It ain't
It
going
can't
in the
buy your
casket.
health.
Yeah, and it ain't going in the casket.
So you're You don't have the C word anymore.
Nah, I was never on medication besides going through chemo radiation. Even after that, it was only like pain meds. I was very mindful of what pain meds I was taking. I didn't want to get addicted. I was like, I'm not doing that. So
wow,
like,
salute to you.
Yeah, so I was like,
okay, let me ask you this, the next thing, because for those that don't know, I know you guys will be so hate me, but I just finished writing a book as well.
Ooh, my sister, let's get it.
It's called, you guys are the first to hear it. It's called This Ain't Orphan Annie Bitches.
This ain't Orphan Annie Bitches. This ain't Orphan so Isabella.
And I wrote it because I wrote it personally because I feel like, and I used This Ain't Orphan Annie Bitches because I remember when I first came to this country and I watched Orphan Annie, I'm like, shit, that's not what my orphanage was like, right?
Yeah.
Like, they glorified that shit, bitches dancing and shit together and mopping, and they're like, what the fuck is this shit, right? And like, fucking
like the struggle was real.
Get adopted,
the real story.
Get adopted by Daddy Warbucks. I got adopted by 2 fucking teachers, and we were middle class poor. I was like, yo, what is this, right? So it always kept in my mind. It was a very influential movie for me because I'm like, yo, I lived this shit. I was a real orphan, right? So I was like,
that's crazy.
I didn't like
Kudos
that.
to you.
Yeah. So anyway, my point is though, I'm asking this for anyone out there who wants to write a book, because I won't get more into my book, but is this through Amazon? How did you self-publish this? And can you give people, so anyone out there who wants to write a book, salute to you, by the way, because that's beautiful. But give us the steps on how you created this. And what do you do to self-publish?
Yeah. So for me, it had to be authentic. So every word in that is mine. Like every word. There's no ghostwriter. Only words that's not mine is my man Master Ace, who's a hip hop legend. Ace and I went to school together at URI.
Shout out to Master Ace.
Yeah,
I don't know you, but
Ace.
hey.
Oh, you actually Born to Roll. We can play some joints right now. You definitely know the Symphony with Big Daddy Kane. So he's part of the Juice Crew. So I know I'm a little older, but Ace is a hip hop legend. So we went to school together, URI. He wrote the foreword. So other than that, every word is mine. But I really wanted it to be mine and go through the process. So my man Max Laura, who's in here, helped me create the artwork, go through the whole process of going through Amazon, KDP.
So explain to people though, like for instance, so I want to write a book, right? My name is Jane and I don't know what I'm doing and I wrote my book, blah, blah, blah. What, like I see here, you have your code, your barcode.
It's been,
Yeah. And then what does it cost? How much did it cost?
So writing it obviously didn't cost, it was time, right? Just it was time. So it cost me for an editor, but it's just crazy because everything just lined up. Like, so I met an editor in Arizona. I was at a Boys and Girls Club doing a restoration cleanup, and I'm on the basketball court. I'm like, I'm gonna go clean the basketball court. Of course, I'm a baller, right? I'm cleaning backboards, blah, blah, blah. So another gentleman comes up and we're talking, and all of a sudden his wife is a C survivor who wrote a book. He's like, you need to talk to my wife. Talk to her wife. Oh my God, this editor is amazing. You need to call this editor. She gave me the editor's number. I called the editor. She was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. I love to do it. So I think I paid her like $1,000 to edit. And what I asked her was, I'm like, I don't want you to change it. Like if there's anything.
Keep it authentic.
Yes, if it's grammatical, then great, right? Structure, sentence structure, anything spelling that might be wrong, but don't add words, right? Let it be what it is. Like whatever. So it was like, I think it was like $1,200 for the editor.
Nice.
And then Amazon, it was really about purchasing books because they're taking their own percentage. So Amazon literally put this together. I just sent in the chapters, the artwork, and then we formatted the as far as how it fit, how it looked. That was all on us. So Max, Laura, and I, so if you look at this book, at the end of the
even
bold
like the type
print,
of pages you picked,
the
font,
the font,
everything.
Yeah, we did it all. So even like we're like, yo, if you look at the bottom, so we're like, yo, we thought that every piece of this book is real estate.
Yeah,
so on the bottom is social media.
Social media.
Yep. So every page has my social media. So no matter what, if you're reading the book, you can go to my social media.
I like that.
That's nice.
Yeah, at the end of each chapter is lines. So we made like a journal.
I love that, from personal to purpose.
Yeah, so now when you start reading this and you have some ideas and some thoughts, you can actually journal it. So that was all Max, Laura, and I putting the book together, formatting it, and then we just upload it to Amazon KDP. The book popped out. If it wasn't the right size, we would adjust it. So it was more time.
So this is the average 6x9, right? Okay. So and let me ask you this too.
Yep.
The next thing. So as far as intellectual property, and for those that don't know what your intellectual property is, it's basically like your like for instance, the coffee, I trademark the name. So I own the image. I own basically the nil of it all, right? And so the name, the image, and the likeness of it, right?
Yep.
So that's my intellectual property. Every time I do art and design, copyright, trademark. So do you own?
I own that.
You own it, and
everything.
And so what is the percentage that Amazon takes?
So Amazon, it's I want to say it's 70-30, and here's why I said yes, because I didn't want to do the trunk thing. I didn't want 5,000 books at my house.
Oh,
yeah.
You didn't want to do masterpiece.
I'm like, I just
you
wanted,
want drop shipping, basically.
Yes, I wanted, because they create the book, they print the book, they ship the book.
Yep.
I didn't want no parts of that.
So you think for a new person who wants to publish their own book, you think that Amazon's the way to go?
I do, but I did a little bit.
Publishing companies too you can hire, right?
But here's the secret sauce, and shouts my man Max Laura. We did a pre-launch, right? So let's just say, okay, I wrote a book. I don't have a lot of money, right? So we did a pre-launch. Now I had money, but it made sense. He's like, look, what you do is you do a pre-launch and you take orders, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Through PayPal.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So they print.
So I had about 200 pre-orders, literally.
So knew
that money I took the money from the pre-orders and sent it to Amazon to then buy the books.
Yep.
So if you did a pre-order,
wait, did you buy the author's edition too at that?
Yes. So it was at cost, right? So it was at Amazon's cost. So as an author, when you order the books for you,
as an author,
you get for like $3.
Yo,
like $2.
I don't want to brag, but I'm just putting y'all onto some fucking game. So y'all better listen. You better listen to
I'm
the
listening
jewels.
because I have a few pages,
projects,
a few pages right now.
Written. See, I love that.
Yeah,
but I don't have it where. So I own my own ISBN. So I bought 10 ISBN. That way I can send to different.
So
outlets.
ISBN, for people who don't know, is also this right here, the code.
The code, the barcode, book identity.
Book identity, your code. So you're also able to keep track of your volume, how many sales you have, and things like that. So you own, now I think it's 125 each, right?
For ISBN?
Yeah.
I bought 10. I think it cost me like 300.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I bought 10.
I thought for one individual one, it was like 100.
I think it was. I want to say I paid 300 for 10 ISBN. So now I can put it. So now it's about to go on Barnes and Noble. So again, I have an ISBN for that book. There's an ISBN for the Kindle.
Oh, did you do an Audible?
I just did an Audible.
Ooh.
So I paid for that.
Anytime you want to hire me to do an Audible, I'm available.
Listen to that voice. We won't even get through chapter 1 with that voice. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
We won't even get through that.
Want to discuss a few of them here. Just kidding.
Take it seriously, yeah.
Listen, the voice and the look, it's a wrap.
We cannot.
Okay, cool. So how much is this? We're going to buy on Amazon. Okay, so how much is this book?
So right now, so it's been out for a couple of years, and which is pretty good. But here's the craziest part. So again, I didn't put 2, 3, 4, 5,000 into marketing and promotion, but now I have a publicist. And her name is Pilar Scratch from New York City. She's she's an award-winning publicist. She's amazing. She was a stylist for the artist. She's Remy Ma's.
Shout out to Remy Ma.
Shout out to Remy Ma, right? I'm sorry, Rod Digger.
Shout out to Rod Digger.
Yeah.
I love all my ladies.
Yeah.
Except Sexy Red, bitch, you trash.
Yes. So what's crazy is you remind me a lot of her because it's the same.
I remind you of Sexy Red?
No, Pilar.
Shit.
No.
I want to be like, come on.
You just call her trash.
Yeah, she's like, cut this dude off.
She's trash. Sexy Red is trash.
Like as far as
say something for Sexy Red. I'm here.
You have a great look. How intelligent you are. You're savvy. Like that's Pilar.
Aw,
she's dope. So she was like, look, Finesse, I have everything, and it came through a mutual friend of ours.
Well, make sure you save her for me.
Yeah, listen.
Next time.
Listen, she's friggin' amazing. And she's like, look, I'm looking at all you've done. And she's like, there's no way in hell you aren't the number one DJ on the East Coast for one. Mm-hmm. And she's like, two, she's like, we're playing catch up. Because what I did at 54 was like pre-social media.
Exactly.
So like
you were ahead of your time.
Yeah. So like we don't have all this content because we was pre-social media. So like we gotta go find like an old camera or something.
Shit, remember and imagine you filmed up NBA All-Star Weekend.
Yes.
Wait, I got a story.
Two-way pagers. Like we had we was like zoom each other's two-way pagers.
I got All-Star Weekend story. Honey, y'all gonna have to listen to this because it's not tea, it's coffee. So anyway, I was...
Are you sure it's coffee right now?
I flew down to Houston. I was flown down for business because I had an agency.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Isabella. When you win.
Honey.
I
anyway,
name you.
I had an agency.
Yeah.
So I had like maybe 4 other shorties with me, right?
In the agency?
In the agency.
Okay, gotcha. Y'all know
but I was running
Don't
the show.
forget to mention that in the agency.
In the agency. So anyway.
To keep it clear, you know.
They're like, we're going to the strip club called Harlem Nights, right?
Oh, shit. The boom room.
I said, okay, wearing dresses, wearing black, right? I go in. Yo, I walk in, bring your own liquor. I should have known.
You already know it. Come on.
I'm in Houston, though. I see chickens and shit walking outside in the parking lot, right? So walking in, right? As soon as I walk in, bang, 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 I just see people fucking, right?
What?
In the strip, it's not a strip club, clearly, right? So I'm like, whoa. Now, mind you, this is way before social media, and I know so many NBA cats are so thankful for it, right? They were having like strippers from Miami, strippers from Houston, strippers from everywhere. So they were doing like a Super Bowl thing, but like it was the NBA All-Star Weekend, right? Yo, I was like, oh, can I have 100 ones, you know? He's like, shorty, we're only taking 10K. I was like,
what?
Oh, he was like, no, we're not. We can't exchange you. I was thinking I was doing something with my 100, right? I was like, he was like, nah, shorty, you gotta give us 10. You gotta give 10K. That was the minimum.
That was the minimum.
The amount of NBA players that I seen in there. I'm not gonna say no names because I ain't a snitch. But listen. The money was coming down so bad that me and my girls left there with 3 racks each.
Stop playing.
I was like this. I said, bitches, grab that shit.
Yeah. And y'all were stripping. Fully clothed.
We were just fully there.
It was raining.
It was raining, Mommy.
The shit it was so hot in there. It was slapping my face, sticking in me. I was like, yo. And it was insane. There was just so much money. And I always laugh because like people show that shit on social media. And I'm just so happy that even like the girls, when they be like, oh, meet me at the strip club, blah, blah, blah. I'm so happy you didn't see none of my shit.
I was never that dude.
Nah.
I'm never a strip club guy.
Nowadays, like, this is normal.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I was never like... I don't know.
Yeah, and even dudes, this is why dudes is getting caught up. They be like, oh, look at my eyes. Or you hear in the news all the time, people talking about how the cops did a raid. You dumbass. Like,
I was never
I
that
love
guy.
that when we grew up, like, we did our shit and nobody knew or did our shit. Like, my daughter knows my whole life because I told her. But, like, you're not going to catch footage of me popping it.
Right,
it's no video around.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nah.
But I even the strip club, like, I'm not mad.
But I am down to make private movies.
Look at these two high-fiving. Look at these two listen.
I mean, only with Papi Chulo. You're like, you gotta sign a non-disclosure too.
Listen,
you know,
it's nothing wrong with the movies. There's nothing wrong with the movies and private
movies.
Okay,
honey.
so hold on. We're gonna shut these damn cameras off and have some vodka. We're gonna see about some private movies, right?
What are you doing? We just drinking coffee.
Yeah, okay, yes.
Yeah, via Guatemala coffee. That's so.
Oh my God. So yeah, we lived it. I feel like today's social media too is just like, but congratulations. So you and I are playing catch up too. Cause everyone's always like, to me, they're like, oh my God, how come you haven't made it? And I'm like, I just think I was in the wrong time. Like made it. People say to me, that's what I say.
That's subjective.
I'm like,
3 years ago.
That's subjective, right?
No, but the people like, they think I should be bigger than what I am.
Like J-Lo shit.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, but I feel like shit.
Yeah, but you know though? here's what, and I know the
And don't
answer
rush
already.
my process.
Right.
It's
And
happening.
are you?
I think everything have a moment.
Yeah. But are you fulfilled?
God agenda is different.
So you already made it.
I am. I'm really happy.
You're
I'm so
fulfilled.
blessed. I have you know what? And at the end of the day, I changed the cycle. I have a daughter who graduated from college.
Stop
who
it.
didn't get pregnant. Who
Word
wasn't on
up.
welfare.
That's
who
what I'm
didn't
saying.
repeat my shit.
Yep.
That's in the book.
You know what I'm saying? Word.
I'm a cycle breaker.
Yeah.
That's in the book.
This is what that's
that
important.
may be in the book.
It's in the book.
You are a cycle breaker.
Listen, I come from a talented family of people who I was like, damn, like we don't finish nothing.
Oh,
As far as I'm sorry, that's not fair. As far as college, like none of us finished. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, yo, my cousin was McDonald's All-American. That means she was the top. She was the top 24.
Oh, it was a female?
Yes, Steph Perry. It's my cousin. She holds the record still in Rhode Island for the most points scored with no 3-point line.
Damn.
McDonald's All-American. She's my favorite. I love my cousins, but she was my favorite cousin. She'd be the cousin who would come over to East Providence and dismantle even the guys.
I love that. Shout out to women
Yo,
ballers.
Steph, my cousin, cuz, come on.
And that's
yo,
another
she
thing
was
too.
an absolute
Back to
beast.
social media.
Yes.
I
can't imagine.
I love right now. Like for me, I'm so mad I didn't grow up when I was an athlete during social media because I was a monster too, and I'm a
I
pretty
seen you
bitch.
shoot.
I'm a
Yeah,
pretty. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But like right now, like if you're an athlete and you're a woman athlete, you should take so
Yes.
much. You should really take
The
full
branding,
control
right?
of the branding and,
Yes,
and talk
yes.
about a day in the life of being a female athlete because you know they're paying soccer like shout out to the what do you call it
Oh, the NIL
MLS
NILs?
no, not the NILs, the women's soccer
Yes.
who push for higher wages.
Absolutely.
You know, the WNBA, like we're just living in a time where women right now are just asking for more pay and women athletes are being respected. And it's dope to see the NBA players too. And what you said, just respecting
And embracing
women
that.
and embracing
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
you're a baller, you're a baller.
Yeah, that's it.
Like
And
we
the
respect
story.
that. Like a girl, if you can ball, you can ball. It don't matter like what you're right. But again, I remember like so like cousins went to college, didn't finish. Like then my brother went to college, didn't finish. Then here I go. I went to college, didn't finish. My other cousin goes to college, didn't finish. My daughter goes, don't finish. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, our son is next. He's next to go and not finish. Because that's the cycle. Right?
Yep.
That's what we do. We're just talented folks that just don't finish. I'm like, no.
Let me ask you this: do you not finish because of life? Do you not finish because you got bills to pay? Do you not finish because what is it about? Do you think that so many like people start something and they don't finish?
I think it was a matter of. I think it's a combination, but it's importance too. It's like okay, like you don't have to get a college degree, but you damn sure better be educated.
Yeah, of course, 1,000%.
Right? So you don't have to have a degree, but you damn sure better be educated. And whatever it is you're pursuing, you better study that
Yeah.
Yep.
to the fullest. Like you can't tell me that you didn't study like the coffee industry.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she did.
There's no way.
Shit.
How many hours?
yeah, she
Like,
did.
you were-
2 years ago, I didn't even know nothing about coffee. Now I'm like this coffee
A
connoisseur.
guru.
I'm like, do
After-
you know it's all about the minerals and Guatemala has microclimates?
You know what I'm saying? Right? That's what I'm talking about.
Like,
You
yo,
can't tell me. Listen,
shit.
I'm looking at how you brand and how, like. There's no way you don't know about
Yeah.
your coffee. There's no way I don't know about DJing.
Right.
Right? There's like you have to study your craft. But I saw it and I'm like, yo, you saw it, and shame on you as a parent, as a man, if you saw it and don't do anything about it.
Yep.
Shame on you.
So you
And
feel like you helped change the family dynamic because you finished and went back to college, and you said it doesn't matter how old you got to finish what you start.
I went back at 40.
Wow.
I left my job. I'm like, you know what? I told my wife I'm going on unemployment, which I never did before. But because I did that, they would pay for the classes. All I had to pay for was the taxes of the classes. So I'm like, I'm not doing the 5-year plan. I'm not doing the class here, class. I'm like, yo, I'm going from here. I'm going to sit in the front of the damn class with these damn 18 to 21-year-olds.
Good for you.
And if I don't get nothing but a 3.85 or more, it's failure. So I rocked out summer classes, everything. Because I had gone for so long, I had been out of school for over 20 years, over 20-something years. So I'm like, nah.
So do y'all hear that? It doesn't matter how
don't
old
matter.
you are.
Yep.
It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter whatever situation you come from. Education is for life. And
Yes.
you need to go and get educated. And again, like there's nothing wrong with being a plumber. There's nothing wrong with being an electrician. But you're still going to be educated in something. And even if, and hey, YouTube University and hence
Oh my
even this
God.
show, log in and you're learning Jules. We just taught you about how to start your own book. We taught talked about getting an editor. We talked about, all these things. So there's so many things. There's many forms of education, but you have to constantly keep the mind stimulated because, and put all those soap operas down, put all the love and hip hop shit down, put all those like Basketball Wives, all those shows are just like bringing
you
down.
Binging,
yeah.
Right? You binging.
You know what's the problem?
Your membrane is just like,
these people now in 2023, 19, whatever, they've been watching so much Kardashian.
Oh my
yeah.
God, yeah.
They think
I
like
am
because
proud
they
to say
pretty,
I never watched one of those shows.
I never watched
watch
those
it.
shows. And let me tell you something. I'm a single mom with 3 kids. And I came to the United States
Good for you.
in 2007 alone. Because I want to break this cycle with my family. From 8 sisters, I'm the first one who decided to go to another country by myself to a school that I don't even know any English at all. Like I was literally say, hello, hi, no.
That's it. 3 words.
Yeah, my roomer bring me to a shop to get my first piercing in my belly button. And
Your roommate.
My roommate.
Yeah.
That they only speak English, and I say yes, yes, yes for everything. So they take me there, and I have my first piercing.
Yeah.
Like that. So now that I'm a single mom and I'm raising my kids, I'm like
How old are your kids?
13, 11, and 10. I'm so proud to say that I always have 2 jobs. I never take anything from the state. I never been in a project. And there's nothing wrong to be in that. But for me, it's like it's big to say like, hey, I'm Latina who
When
came
did you come here? How old?
I was 17.
17.
17, yeah. I was in Michigan, in Western Michigan University for like 2 years.
No, it's crazy too. So your DM about to blow up. When you give out your social media, she's single. I'm just saying.
But this
She's
is
intelligent. She's beautiful, single, and she's drinking.
But time
Your DM
out.
about to blow up.
This is a life lesson what you just said, and this is one of the reasons why I asked you to be, my co-host on this, because I see your ambition, I see your mother, and I salute you on that.
Yeah.
And I want you to be part of this journey with me because you are beautiful, you are intelligent, but. Again, I was on welfare when I had my daughter. I was at Salem State. I was on Pell Grant money and welfare money because the father of my child was playing at Providence College and he really wasn't supporting. And here I was a student athlete as well. But my point is that I'm thankful for welfare, but I do have a thing against there's nothing wrong with being on welfare if you need as a stepping stone.
Real.
But for you to continue, don't stay on it.
There.
And it's just really sad, but it's also the government's fault how they don't because I had to do by any means necessary cash under the table. That's why hence I started dancing. I had to do things to get money because I couldn't report.
Yep.
I'm gonna look like working at Dunkin' Donuts or some shit or working at for at that time in my 20s for what? $5. Bitch, you got me fucked up. I'm too pretty to be slaying up in this bitch or fries or anything. Nah, shit. I need to get paid on.
To get that money.
I had to get paid on how I look, honey. These titties and all that was using for something,
I'm just saying. Hold on. You
So
brought that up.
I did by any means necessary, and I finally was like, nah, we got to get out of this shit, But it was just like, but it does, and this is why when people be like, oh fuck the immigrants, like get them out of our country, yeah, but you know what? I wish United States had a thing where we should do like. Okay, you were born in this country. You've been on welfare. You ain't shit. You ain't done nothing with your life.
They live for the
You
system.
know what? We're gonna do an exchange program. You go the fuck over there.
Right.
And
Yeah.
because and they be so mad that immigrants come here and do something. It's like, how do you not take opportunities that you have? And this is why I said, I'm like, do you think in my country we have women's shelters if we get our ass whipped?
Yep.
No. Do you think that we have bus passes? Do you like for you not to even be able to go get a job because I don't know what, you're lazy? Bro, you can get a bus pass. The government will literally the state will give you a bus pass for you to do things. They'll give you cell phones. Like, there are so many opportunities in the country. So if you choose not to be shit, again, what you say, from the head up, then that's your mindset.
Yep, that's
But it's not just that. But you know what though? It's I think it's people in general. So I work in the school department, right? So I'm a behavior specialist. And it's crazy because I see even in the school district, like, people living unfulfilled.
Yep.
Right? So, and then it's like, what would you be doing, right? And I tell people, don't worry about money. The hell with money and time. Like, what's in your heart? right? So many people are gonna like go to their graves living unfulfilled lives, chasing the wrong thing or never knowing what their purpose is. Thus the book, From Personal, like find your purpose. And it may not be popular.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's your purpose.
Yep.
Right? So think about it. Like yeah, most people are living day to day and they hate what they do.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you, my sister, like you ladies, you're not working a day in your life because you're walking in your purpose. Your coffee, that ain't work for you. That's purpose.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? So why do you glow? Because it's not work to you.
Right.
Like, like you're changing lives through your business and through your entrepreneurship and your philanthropy. Like you're changing lives. So it's not work. But how many folks can say that? Like I know that there are teachers who are living unfulfilled and don't want to be there. Listen, I don't work a day in my life. I get to sit in my room, move around this school, and inspire young people. And if you are a fly on the wall in my classroom, it is a revolving door. Students coming in and out all day long. Mr. Santos, Mr. Santos, Mr. Santos, all day long. Because
salute to you for that, for changing
Yeah.
young lives.
so I don't. That's
beautiful.
not work for me.
That's
I
beautiful.
report there, but I'm like, what? You want to pay me to inspire people?
That's beautiful.
Yep.
Let's do it. I have 180
amazing.
days to do that.
Let me ask you this: have you ever thought about doing like a DJ school?
They just asked me.
Nice.
The other day. Yeah, my man. Yeah.
Yeah, we should do like a master class for your DJing.
So in the school,
We're gonna take that class too.
They literally just
Yes, we
asked
will.
With bikini tops, bitches.
me. In the school, yeah.
Not
Listen,
at the school.
their class will be
Not
packed.
at school. Come on.
At the club.
Their class will be packed. Learn around the school trying to get into their class.
No.
Where all the daddies
Let's
that
be
never,
honest.
that never
Yeah,
came
parents.
to PTO meetings. Daddies are like,
Let's be honest. If we decide to do like some DJ skill, I think we can be successful.
What?
Yeah.
But they did so I was asked to do that. And I just and at this moment in time, I turned it down. I'm like, listen, if I can't commit and be 100% in,
yeah,
I don't want to do it. I can't half-ass that. Right. So I'm trying to find the time with what I'm doing to just, trying to like do that. But it's so busy right now. And I'm blessed to be busy, right? At 54, to like, keep reinventing yourself. So I'm blessed to do that.
Yeah, but
you can't say yes to everything.
But let's get back to you being 54, because even your shirt you're wearing, shout out to Hip Hop 50, right?
Yeah,
50.
hip-hop.
Yeah, because but shout out to that. I just watched, you saw the special yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So I just love too that like hip hop is actually getting its homage, its tribute. And so it's cool. Like for instance, Michael Bivins, Belle Biv DeVoe, just to see them still performing from Boston.
Yeah.
I feel like for some reason, because I think the music currently now and the rap now is so fucking trash.
Oh,
I think
thank you.
I think
Good
people
Lord.
want that old school.
yeah.
They do.
Like they're going back. They're like, yo, I need to hear that real shit,
Yeah.
And not only that, like, they're sampling, some of this new hip hop, and you're like, what is this? You're like, don't fuck up this song.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, nah,
Certain things don't touch, right?
Don't touch that. Don't touch that.
Yeah.
So the fact that, because you are in your 50s, hip hop is 50, you know what I mean? You're like, I feel like you're spot on. So it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, don't ever too, like, I'm in my 40s. I'm just doing this, right? But everything, don't put a time on being like, oh my God, like I need to do this. But I think that's another thing too in society why there's so much mental health is people, because of social media, put so much pressure. Like I got to do this by this age. I got to do this by this age. I'm still not married. Maybe I'll get married in 60. I don't know. Like
Or maybe
who's to
we
say?
not get married.
listen,
This is
no.
what I'm saying. Like
They're both single guys.
I mean, I
I'm just
want
saying.
to.
And ladies. I'm just saying.
Oh, ladies. I don't know. I think I'd catch a charge with a chick.
Would you?
Hey, I'm too fucking
Strangler?
bitch. Honey, I love you, but no, get away from me. I'm the crazy one in this.
You don't know that now going in. Like, you know that going in,
You're
right?
saying like, nah. I mean, nah, no. Anyway, I need that balance,
That's
that
the
yin and the
diva.
yang.
Yeah.
I'm with two divas right now.
So, all right. So, what if someone wants to get into the DJ business? So, because honestly, I told my daughter I would pay for her to go to DJ school. She has such an ear for music and she's so beautiful. And I was like, yo, you should, I'm always like, I'm trying to give her hustles, right? So, but let's just say, because that's an education in itself. You got to learn about all that stuff. So let's just say you're, I don't know, 18, 19, or you're out of college, or you need side money, or what is, like, things, is there a school and like what is some things, guidance that they can do to say become a DJ?
That's a good question. I mean,
and how did you fall into it? So first answer that, and then how you fell into that.
So I don't know as far as like here in the Northeast.
I do. So you just Google, and I found some.
Well, a school?
DJ schools, yeah.
Right. So
Google.
Right, Google, right. So I would say, again, because I don't know doesn't mean it's not a good school. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that first and foremost, like, you know, identify what it is you want to do in it, right? And then
okay, so break that down. What do you
mean? Okay.
Like weddings.
So right. So I knew at like 12, 13 that I wanted in with hip hop.
It was your calling.
Like, yeah. And then it's a culture, right? So we know it's a culture. Like you're hip hop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right? So it's a culture. So I think once you got involved with the culture, you found your way within the culture. Like some people became DJs. Some people did graffiti. Mm-hmm. So, you know what, right? And some people were MCs. Mm-hmm. Right? And then there was the B-boy. We all did it. We all did it all.
Just had different roles.
But then where did we become really good at it?
So you knew that hip hop was going to be a thing. So you're saying if you're going to be a DJ, figure out, do you want to be a wedding DJ? Do you want to do special events? Do you want to do kids parties, DJs? Yeah. Do you want to do, so there's all these different entities.
There's levels, yeah. There's levels. So for me, I wanted to be a DJ. And I saw a DJ DJing at my cousin's wedding. I'm like, what the fuck is that? How's he doing it? How's the music still going and never stopping? Because it was like, I was like record player. Put the needle on and shit would stop, take the needle off, switch the record. He wasn't doing that. Or he was doing that, but it would never stop. I'm like, yo, how is it not stopping? So I was like enamored by like, what is he doing?
Wow.
And so when I saw it, I'm like, yo, I want in. Like I want in. And then that was it. I just started studying.
So that's how you started?
Yes, I saw my first DJ at my cousin's wedding reception. And I was
how old were you?
I was like 13.
But see, again, that's God.
Like 12, 13.
But you don't even know that was God speaking to you.
Yeah, I didn't know.
That's crazy.
Right. So as far as getting in, I mean, I think like you just don't get in for the money. Like if you're
do it for purpose and passion.
Like love what you do and study what you do. Like I
just love it.
Like I'm on TikTok every Wednesday, going live. I never ask for money. It ain't about that. I'm providing value, and what I play is, again, like you just said, I don't play like the trap music. I do like that. That's for PC, the players, blah blah blah. But for me, like my lane is like
90s,
80s, 90s, like golden era, that feel good music, and that is global. There are people like us. There are people like us three in every state, every city that want to just hear our music, and we don't want to party with 19-year-olds.
UK, everywhere. It's a global thing.
Like
it's
the
not
golden
national,
era.
it's global.
Yeah. So my goal is, okay. So now, all right, Finesse, you reinvented yourself. You're hot again. So now I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna go around the country and the world and do 90s parties. Golden era.
Period.
That's it. That's my goal.
Honey, we're going on tour. Art, coffee, and hip hop party.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Just the coffee.
Yeah?
Yeah, just the coffee.
No, with my art? What do you mean?
No, not with the, the spicy.
Oh, not with the vodka?
Not with the vodka.
Yeah,
she's buzzing.
espresso martinis.
So,
she's buzzing.
Honey, what is you talking about? We have an espresso martinis at a hip hop party.
She's buzzing right now.
Come on, Bia. So...
Wait. No agency.
No agency this time.
No agency though. Okay. The agencies are gonna come, honey. They're gonna be at the dorm. The agencies is there for life.
But Bia, if we have to open the agency again, we open it.
Oh, honey, but let me tell you something about me. If I gotta sell coffee and cookies and my bikini top down the highway, honey, I am gonna make money by any means necessary. coffee, cookies.
Fellas,
But we're
we
gonna get
pulling
the
up.
money.
By any
But we're
means.
gonna get the money.
Honey, and I don't care. It's still my purpose because
Yes, 1,000%.
it's not my purpose to not have money. I can't
I
be
think-
poor.
I-
That's not my purpose.
You know, I was about to say something like that because I lost one of my best friends. Well, it wasn't a best friend because I was making money and I decided to get a better car than her. And
Shit.
And I lost my friendship with her because she wanted me.
Jealous.
Yeah, she wanted me to get a different car than the one that I wanted.
Let me ask you this. That's a great what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like in your evolving, writing your book, and your just self-growth, your mental, physical, spiritual, just evolution, that you lost friends that you thought you had? Like, or did you have to not necessarily lose, but you said, I can't really associate with you anymore because I'm elevating.
And I think that misery loves company, right? And I think that I would say like hurt people.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
So
real.
the unfortunate situation as you're growing is that, some people are going to stay in that same space, and I'm not trying to stay there. I'm trying to elevate. Right. So, it's funny because you feel like you get more support from complete strangers.
Yes,
Yeah,
of course. We talk
I
about
always
this all
say
day.
that.
Right.
We
Then
I
you
mean,
do.
that's the whole social
You
media.
you can't profit in your own city.
And you know what's crazy?
No.
And it's true because like with my coffee company, I posted this on Facebook. I know maybe 4 people from Lynn, and I love Lynn. Shout out to Lynn. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? City of Sin, baby. And I'll rep y'all till the death of me, Guatemala and Lynn. But y'all don't buy my product, and that's okay.
I'm saying.
And y'all, none of y'all really ever bought my art. But you do come to my events, and I thank you for that. But back to just evolving. I've had to cut off friends that we were friends when we lived in the projects together. We were friends when we were on welfare. We were friends, you know what I'm saying, when Section 8 was okay, right?
Yep.
But
The minute.
and I've always been called bougie and stuck up around my way, only because I've always told people, like, I'm not bougie and stuck up, but I'm like a horse with blinders on. I don't really see. I'm like this. I'm literally, it's called Via's World for a reason, my company, because I'm in Via's World. Like I don't do the gossip. I don't do that, and it's sad because I literally have stopped talking to people I love because their mindset and their conversations are just so like, what the fuck?
You know that
like 20 years ago.
Yeah, they're still on some
It's
shit.
same shit.
And I'm like, we're still talking about housing? We're still talking about Section 8? Like, we're still talking about, we're still talking about welfare? Like I want to talk about how we passing down LLCs and I'm
That's
not
in
saying,
my book too.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I'm
That's in
better,
there.
but I want to talk about like stocks and properties and like, and I just, and then like, it was just crazy to me.
It is crazy. I literally have like, I can say like 5 people that are
6?
close by or 6.
I'm
And
7.
you 7. And they really my friends because they know how I am. Like I'm bougie.
Yeah.
I like good things.
That's another thing I don't like.
When I go outside, I want the best for me.
Period.
Like even if I'm going home with my credit card broken, but I'm gonna get the best for me.
This
Like,
is what I
But
don't
you
like
deserve
either.
it,
because I deserve it. Exactly.
But I don't like that either. Like, I don't like when people look at you and they're like, oh, you got this or you got that or you got this type of car. Yeah, I work for it's what I want, right?
Exactly.
And it's like, but obviously, and so people start judging you and looking at you because you want the best.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to eat at McDonald's. That shit is trash. I want to go to a 5-star meal and I'd rather pay I'd rather pay $30, $40 for my food because I know that a Michelin star chef is cooking it than you going to the round the way like spot. I don't want to eat that greasy shit.
Bia is literally the only woman that I feel like she's honest with me.
Sure.
Like for real, I'm going to places and I'm gonna make sure that everybody's looking at me. Like I want to make sure that you just turn your face. It doesn't matter if you're your wife, girlfriend, whatever. I don't care. You're gonna turn.
What, with your wife?
Yeah.
Your girlfriend?
No. You will turn. You will turn.
Fuck your wife.
When I'm going in. But women,
I'm
they
getting my
hate you
sunglasses.
for that. They hate you, and they don't understand you're confident. They don't. Like I don't know why is that happening.
See, and here's why my wife is dope.
I'm so glad that you're so honest about that because you are saying I want to be confident. I want to walk in confidence. I want to show my shit and talk my shit, right? And I love that you're saying that because there's so many women that instead will dress. They'll be
Right,
like,
lower
oh my,
themselves.
they'll be timid. They'll be like, oh my God, who's gonna be there? It's so and so.
Why she look at me like that?
Oh, no.
I don't care, bitch.
No, but not even that. They dress themselves down. They'll dim their light because
Dim their light.
according to who's there.
Yeah.
I don't give a fizzac. I will show up to a PTO
That's
meeting
why
like,
we're friends.
how's my daughter
That's why
doing?
we're friends. Give me
Right.
5. Give me 5. That's why
We're friends, exactly.
Listen, and kudos again to my wife, because my wife would notice you too. And she would give you mad love.
That's beautiful.
She'd be like, yo,
That's nice.
They're beautiful. I'm like, oh yeah, they're beautiful. I'm
Yeah.
married, I ain't blind.
Right.
I'm saying I got a ring on, I'm
listen,
blind.
yeah, I like me. If you're a woman and you see a beautiful woman, don't hate.
Yeah,
Just
she
be
gets
like,
mad
yo,
love.
just be like, yo,
Yeah.
you're beautiful. I love that outfit. But I am the type of person that if you have some suspect outfit on, I won't even say anything, because if I do say something, I'm gonna be like, honey, what was you thinking?
Damn.
Honey, because a lot of y'all ain't knowing how to dress for your size.
I thank God.
yeah.
Every time
Oh, my
she
wife would
saw
love
me,
you.
she said, "Oh, you look great."
My wife would love you. She would act, what? You and her, what?
So I'm gonna say
She'd
something.
be elbowing you like,
Yo, people do not know. And again, I'm not here, but like, what makes you think? I honestly think sometimes when some women go out and it doesn't matter about your shape and your size, you can be a bigger voluptuous. I'm not a little woman, right? But dress to your size. What makes you think that you can wear something from Forever 21 or some shit from fucking
Come on,
Shein?
Shein,
Bitch,
yeah.
bitch, no, sis, no. Like, it doesn't look good on you. Or if you got no ass, why are you wearing leggings?
Exactly. Why you do?
The shit looks like a pancake, sis. Don't do it to yourself.
Fall back.
Don't do it to us. Because when I visually want to see some leggings, I'm like, ooh, look at that ass. I don't want to be like, what in God's name
To be
is
honest,
this?
we don't want to talk about it, but I mean, what can we do?
I mean, and then again, like, there's just so many things. Like, so I'm a bigger person up top, right? So understand what you, like, just know your curves, know your angles of your body, study. If you don't know, like, again, YouTube University, oh, honey, no offense, I just be dropping my styles on y'all. Like, y'all should be watching how I dress.
And to be honest, I judge people. I do.
so let me ask you this, okay?
I
okay.
judge people a lot.
So okay, so
I'm not trying to be mean. I judge people
So let me
a
ask you
lot.
this. Let me play devil's advocate, right? You two.
Yeah,
God damn it,
I
Lindsay.
do. It's nothing wrong with that. Come on.
God damn it, I need more vodka. God damn it.
She said I judge bitches. Oh
So
my
I
God.
judge
Yeah,
you.
all the time.
All right, so let me ask you
And
this.
I judge
okay.
guys
But
too.
you know what? That's so sad. Anyone that says they don't judge, I don't care what you say. And that's why I always told my daughter, your appearance matters. Every time you go out the house, you know, like, for instance,
But what
like,
if they're confident and they love themselves? Even though
don't-
to us they look like a hot mess.
I'm gonna have to say something about that.
no, but
So
that's
what if-
true. Because
what if they're like, yo, I know I ain't got no ass, but
listen,
fuck it.
No, listen, that's true though. Because when I go around my way in Swampscott and Lynn, I think people think I'm homeless. I look like a fucking mess. When my neighbors see me dressed, they're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I know.
But they know,
Right.
they know. But they
But you're
probably
right,
say that.
So for you, right, you don't have to get all dialed up.
No, I don't. I don't hate it.
So
actually.
this is
my
probably
day-to-day life.
If
Right,
they
so-
are the neighbor, they probably know that she's not homeless.
Right.
That's another thing. Like, they know. Like, it doesn't matter how you look. They know your lifestyle.
Yeah. What if-
So they're not going to judge that part on you. Now, when I'm talking about judging people, I can go, like, in a restaurant and seeing you there and it's like, look, bitch, you look ugly. Like,
God damn.
I love her.
Get that drink away from her. God
she's
damn.
just-
Isabella.
But she's saying what a lot of people say, but they're just not. They're scared to
you
admit
know what's
it.
the problem with me? I say what people don't like to say.
Yeah. Period. End of story.
And it's happening also with jobs. Latinos do jobs that white people don't want to do.
What are we talking about right now?
I love this show.
I had to put some lip balm on.
Yes, please. No, but I judge people now, like, to be mean.
She's like, Latinos do jobs that white people don't want to do.
That's
God
the truth.
damn it.
I mean,
Hello? That's the truth.
Guatemalans, maids. I mean, hello. We clean your yards.
But that's stereotyping.
Come on.
I mean, I get it, but come on, like.
Let me tell you
If
something.
you're
we're
going
not-
to
we can't lean into that.
if you're going to lice-keeping company, you're going to see 90% of Latinos.
Yes.
You're not going to see 90%
If
of
you go
white
to
people.
hotels, it's gonna be
I know,
all.
I know.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, it is.
Let me tell you another story. True story. Donald Trump. Okay, so my first internship, I majored in political science, so I worked for a lobbyist company. Okay, that was my first internship, and he was a lobbyist for the Republican Party. So anyway, we were doing a golf tournament, and I met Donald Trump. He and I was only in my 20s, and he was
hit
like,
on you?
He was like this. Oh my God.
He was on a bag.
He was like, you're so beautiful. He was like,
shit.
he was like, would you be
president.
interested in doing my Miss Americas when he's doing the
Oh,
I go,
yeah.
And I go, well, I would, but you got to change the rules because I have a daughter, right? And he was like, oh. So he goes, where are you from? You're so exotic looking. I was like, oh, I'm from Guatemala. He goes, my maids are from Guatemala.
God damn, Donald.
And he goes,
Fuck you saying,
he goes,
Donald?
and I just sat there. I said, oh, that's nice. And he goes, are you cheap? No, do you work hard for cheap labor? I said, no, I'm expensive,
Dude,
right?
stop playing.
No, and everything I love. He opens up his coat, his blazer, which has a Trump pen and a checkbook. He was like,
He was trying to pay you?
Yo, he was like this. He didn't say how much. He was like insinuated.
Like, name your price.
At this point, my mentor is next to me, grabbing me, right? He's like, and I'm like, what? And then, but low key, I was like, whew, I could use 100 racks. I was like, I could go in that room real quick, pretend.
Break him real quick.
Not break him off. Be like, oh yeah, let me get that check. You know what I'm saying? And let me put something on real quick. Blah blah blah, and be out.
Be
like
out.
That.
Have Isabella record the whole shit.
Yeah.
And whenever I go out to networking events, I'm not gonna lie. When people, because I hate this. This is another thing. Networking 101. When you meet someone right off the rip, don't be like, oh, what do you do? Get to know the person first. So if you ask me off the rip, what do you do? I say, I'm a maid.
I'm gonna be.
I say I'm a maid.
So if that's the first question they ask.
Yeah, they go.
Right, I see what you're
then
saying.
they go. They go always to me. Oh, where are you from? Ugh, I always get asked where I'm from, like I'm an alien, right? I'm like, oh, I'm from Guatemala. They're like, what do you do? I go, I'm a maid. And they like don't know what to say to that because that's what I hate to say. I love my Guatemalan people, but a lot of my people, again, we do jobs. She was right that a lot of people from the United States who are born here don't want to do. So if you go to all the hotels or you go to a lot of cleaning service, you're gonna see Brazilians. You're gonna see Guatemalans.
You're gonna see a lot of people from another country. But let me tell you something.
But I would say I'm a maid.
Let me tell you something.
What do they say?
You never.
They don't know what to say.
Another thing that you probably gonna see all those people doing that job, but you're never gonna see those people asking for money as a homeless in the street because I never saw any Latino asking for money. In my part, I never saw any homeless that is Latino from.
Think about that. Have you?
A homeless Latino person?
Yeah.
Have you seen homeless Latino people?
In the trash state of Providence?
Maybe.
No, I never saw it. I never saw it. I never got across to one. No, I never.
But Crossroads is a spot where like I feel like they
I passed through there.
Crossroads, right? But I mean,
yeah,
I think there's like white, black,
there,
Latino.
I never saw Latino. I never saw Latino.
I
saw black. I saw white.
Yeah, but how do you know if they're not
only
Latino?
one Asian. I recognize my Latino people. What are you talking about?
She judges.
Hold on.
I judge all the time.
So
she got them judging eyes like.
Could I pass for Latino?
Well,
because watch this. Why? Hold on. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah, you could be a Dominican.
Yes.
Papi chulo.
No,
Yes.
he have the nose big.
No.
She said he has
his
the
nose big.
Hold
No,
on.
you want me to lie?
There's mad Dominicans.
So I was in
really
DR.
African.
I was in DR playing basketball, and they were like Santos.
Because your last name is Santos. They can be Portuguese.
The Dominican, I'm like, no, they're not
they
Dominican.
Can be Portuguese.
Like Santos, like. They were like, no. I'm like, nah. Cape Verdean.
I've seen some Dominicans that look like him.
Yeah.
I've seen some Dominicans.
Yeah, the color, because we have like a... Like,
she said the nose big. The nose is big.
Oh my God. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on this show. So,
and be careful with me because if I saw you, I'm going to judge you.
Oh, shit.
I'm not you're my friends right now.
Okay,
so you would judge me if you saw me?
Of course not.
Before we log out.
Not you.
Before we log out. So you're in your 50s.
Yes.
What would you tell your younger self, right? Now, what would you tell yourself today? And then what would you tell your future self before we...
So I would tell my younger self to condense time frames.
What does that mean?
Like you don't have the time that you think you have. So you got to go hard now. Like we're not promised tomorrow.
Okay.
So don't beautiful. Act like you have time.
So because you
have your youth.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say if it took me 20 years to get here, then do it in 5. Because what you have to do is what you have to do. The people you're going to meet. So condense the time frame.
Don't procrastinate.
Yeah, like get it. Like you think you have tomorrow. You don't have tomorrow.
Okay. Now, right now, what do you tell yourself at the moment right now?
At the moment right now is you're not doing enough. Like no matter what you're doing. So on my board, it says you have to know more than you know.
Okay. What does that mean?
So like no matter how smart you are, no matter what you think you know, no matter what you think you've done, there's still more. Like this, you can't be complacent.
That's
like this.
Yep.
Whenever, right, you have to know more than you know.
Okay, and what do you tell right now your future self? What are you looking at as a elderly future man who is accomplished the things that you did? What will you tell your future self?
What's your legacy? What's your legacy? Yeah. How many lives did you impact?
I love
How many lives did you change? How many lives did you impact? Because one of my t-shirts says value is the true currency. Don't chase the bag, chase value. You provide value. You provide value. And that value comes first. And because of the value comes opportunity.
Yep.
Right? It doesn't work in reverse. Everyone chases the bag.
That's true.
Yeah.
And when I started the coffee company, I told people too, because people like, I had a few friends like, oh yeah, I know there's mad money in coffee business, but I always tell people, I didn't start the coffee company.
See?
I'm thinking about money. I only started the coffee company because my daughter found my biological family, and this is a way for me. I really felt like God was like, you're meant to do this. This is what your purpose is, my value, right? And now with this, I'm able to do events. I'm able to share. I'm able, do this table, the podcast. And now I'm able to the masses and everyone can see, and even her, like I love her energy. I love who she is. And I want to bring her on this journey because I feel like she has a voice and, I love the different personality. I love the Latina. So it's like, I hope I'm adding value to you in your life.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, you
are
too.
That is it. And I thank you for bringing me on, the opportunity, and that truly is it. Value is the currency.
Okay, so everybody, what's the website? Where can we buy your book?
Yes, you can go to finesseyourlifestyle.com. So finesse, FINESSE, yourlifestyle.com. That's the lifestyle brand. There's a page there from personal to purpose. Click on it, goes to the book. You go on Amazon, you go on Audible.
Okay, and then what about your social media?
Social media is at. So everything's at THEE.
Not
DJ
duh.
Finesse, not
We're not
the.
good.
We're never, right, the, right? I'm bougie, like Tarjay, like not Target, Tarjay, right?
I call my dog Dot Baby, D-A, because I'm a hood bitch still. But go ahead.
From hood to Hollywood.
Yeah, period.
So it's all at the THEE DJ Finesse. That is both on Instagram. That's on TikTok.
Okay, nice.
I'm not a big Twitter guy, but it's I'm not a,
nobody is bigger.
Yeah, so that's those are two platforms I'm kind of heavy on.
Okay,
Instagram and TikTok.
So Instagram and Facebook.
Facebook is my government, Mason Santos.
Okay.
The DJ Finesse.
Ladies, remember he is married, so don't be trying to stalk him.
Yes, you can say what's up though.
Can you
can pull up. We outside.
Can you show your ring again?
Oh, the ring.
Just making sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you guys
it is
saw
on
it?
there. Yes.
Nobody.
But to be clear, Isabella is single.
Hold on, you said you're single too.
I am.
Why are you passing her off? Like you ain't like she's passing Isabella off. Like she's single too.
She's passing to me.
I was getting on my agency shit again.
Oh shit!
Come on, what are you partner? What are you talking about? Are you partner now in your agency?
Right. Enough. We're out. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Salute.
Bye,
Thank you.
salute.
I'm empty.
Me too.
I did not mind that.